yet another Olympic Games with Kirani James, your main charge. How are the preparations going, and talk me through in terms of the entire preparation leading into the Rio 2016 Games?
Well, this season has been a great season for Kirani. He has run great all season long. He has run consistently fast all season long. He has been undefeated all season long. We're great to be in the position that we're in. It's been a very careful and planned season for him. Being the Olympic year, we want to make sure that he has every opportunity to come here and represent himself as well as his country to the best of his ability and be in great form. These last several weeks, after taking a little time off since his last competition in Hungary, he has done exactly that. I feel real good about where he is as far as his running. The Olympics is not an easy meet at all. We all understand that. We also understand that Kirani is trying to do something that only one person in history has ever done, and that's defend his Olympic title and try to go back-to-back Olympics. And only Michael Johnson has done that in that event. But what I'm real proud of at this point is that over a 4-year stretch since London, he has done a tremendous job of staying focused, staying driven, staying committed, and staying on top, because if you go back to London and look at the other 7 runners that were in the finals, no disrespect, but those runners are literally nowhere to be found. He's the only one coming out of that final that's back in position to do great things, and I'm proud of that too, because one of our goals going into his professional career was to make sure that he was not a one-hit wonder, and that he not only maintained a great status as being world-class and being a medal contender each and every championship, but to be in position to do that is not easy, as I just spoke of, with the other 7 runners not running well at this point.
Well, how much it takes to be that consistent, I mean, from 2012 to 2016, and to maintain that focus?
Well, a lot of things. One, you got to be driven to do it again. That's one of the keys. The other key is that it's such a tough event, so you got to stay healthy. We've been able to do that through training as well as through competition, and he's maintained that where he's haven't been hurt over a 4-year period. That's unheard of. He hasn't had any nagging injuries and things of that nature, and I think it's because of the way we're training and the people that we put with him as far as a medical team and all that keeps him driven and driving forward. You haven't had any setbacks, which is great. You can't afford to do that either if you're trying to go to the next Olympics. I had the pleasure of making 3 Olympic teams, and those were the 3 ingredients that allowed me to do it year in and year out, Olympics after Olympics, and he's on pace to do the same thing.
The focus when it comes to the 400 meters obviously will be on 3, including Kirani James. What amount of pressure that puts on in Kirani himself?
Well, the Kirani event is undoubtedly probably the toughest event in track and field outside of, I feel, the steeplechase, because you have to run over, jump over things at 3,000 meters. But as far as the pain tolerance that you feel after each race, he has done that better than anybody. I mean, he doesn't mind hurting to succeed and have success and come back at it week in, week out, year in and year out. But he is in an event that is so talented and deep. One of the things they just talked about was those 7 guys not being in position to do what they did 4 years ago. Well, there's a reason for that as well, is that 25 people around the world broke 45 seconds for 400 meters. So that makes it good. And the other thing is, the other 2 guys that he competed against here, LaShawn Merritt and Van Niekerk, they're 2 of the top 10 fastest 400 meter runners in history, along with Kirani. So that makes it very, very difficult for everybody else to get there. So will it be an easy task? No, by no stretch of the imagination. But is he willing to put it on the line to try to make history? Yes, he has. He's done all the right things, stayed focused. He doesn't party, he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't do all these things away from track and field that always is a coach's nightmare. I know what he does on the track. I'm always worried about what people do away from me. And he's a disciplined individual with a goal and purpose in mind, and God has blessed him in that category.
Are you surprised how the 400 meters has, the whole momentum around the 400 meters has increased over the past probably 10 years? I mean, probably 5-10 years ago, have you ever dreamed that the 400 meters will be almost a marquee event when it comes to the World Championships and the Olympic Games?
Well, it's been said many times, and I heard it from track and field experts as well as track and field fans, that the 400 meters may be the most exciting event of the Olympic Games, and that's including all events and all sports, because you got three of the best ever competing in the same race, and you don't usually get that. You usually get the best competing over a period of time, but to compete in the same year, in the same space, in the same event, with three. I'm not talking about two or one. We're talking about three, and that makes it a very marquee event. But no, not in my wildest dream would I think that the 400 meters would take off the way it's taken off as a group, as an event, because it's so deep. And you have stars, you have rising stars, you have potential stars, and not many events can say that, because it's just taken off in the last several years. It took 60, 70 years for so many people to break 44 seconds, and now within a 2-year period, 6 guys break 44 seconds. So history is among us, and the sport has changed.
Finally, any major predictions?
I never predict. The only thing I can predict about Kirani is that he'll give his best, he'll run fast, if healthy, and I mean if healthy, because I remember in 2013 in Moscow, Russia, he wasn't able to run fast because he got food poisoning, and he gave his all. If it was my choice, I would have said, Coach Kirani, do not run, because you will embarrass yourself amongst this competition. He said, Coach, he looked me dead in my eyes. He said, Coach, I got to run. I want to represent my country. And what do you mean by that is, by any means necessary. He loves wearing the Grenadian colors. And he knows that the Grenadians going to be proud of him no matter what. There'll be questions by some, but they know that he has never, ever not given 100%. So what I expect from Kirani is 100%. If he's healthy, I expect greatness, nothing less than that, and that's my take on it.
While you're on that, you're optimistic about both the chances of both Grenadians in the quarter mile?
Yeah, I'm confident that if Braylon runs to his capability and run like he's been running all season, you'll have 2 Grenadians in the finals, and then again at that point, I spoke with Michael Johnson over at the Nike hospitality. He said to me, his very own words, that I've got 3 guys in the 400 that I think will be the medal winners. He said, I just can't tell you which place he's going to be. and that's the way I feel. But I also feel that Braylon, if running well, if any one of those 3 guys slip, he has the capability of getting in there as well. So, but the race will take care of itself. We're just glad to be here, glad to be in position to do good things. I'm glad we're talking about Kirani potentially winning a gold medal, as opposed to Kirani is hurt, or Kirani is running bad, or Kirani don't look like Kirani of 2012. So, I'm real proud of the fact that we're in position where we're